Next up, starting on still rings, the Springfield College store. The captain of the store is Milo Stanley. And they are led by head coach Colin Payne and assistant coach Christian Lunsford. Starting off on ball, please help me give a warm welcome to your host, the Army Black Knights of the United States Military Academy. The captains for the Black Knights are Noah Brown and Maddox Avalon. Army is led by head coach J.D. Reeve, assistant coaches Carmen Gilio and Jay Bonet. Next up, starting on parallel bars, the Greenville University Panthers. Their captains are Ethan Poole, Donovan Delaney, and Jacob Forrester. The Panthers are led by head coach Jack Peters and assistant coach Dave Kramer. And starting off on high bar, the Springfield College Pride. Their captains are Owen Carney, Peyton Kramer, and Josh Sisano. The Pride are led by head coach Matt Davis, assistant coaches Caleb Donnelly, Alex Castro-Perez, and Norm Wilrice. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right. Hello and welcome to Grow Center at the West Point Military Academy for the 2026 ECAC Conference Championships. All right, as we are getting started, hello, my name is Christian Marsh, and I am joined today by my co-host, Akash Modi. Akash, how are you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. Excited for some awesome gymnastics. How about you?
Elated. I am not trying to oversell it here, but this is easily the most exciting competition in men's gymnastics this weekend, and I think the most exciting meet of the season thus far. That being said, let's get into it. We will have the Navy midshipmen, head coaches Kip Simons, Craig Holtz, and Ryan Terrell. Now, the midshipmen, if they had one theme for this season, I would say it's redemption. They were on a 6-year winning streak. They had an absolute stronghold over the ECAC that slipped last season when the Army Black Knights took the conference championship, and this season they are looking to reclaim that title. We also have the Tribe of William and Mary, my alma mater, head coach Mike Powell, assistant head coach Bo Morris. Now, the Tribe, if they were going to have a theme for this season, it would be momentum. They got off to a very, very slow start, but they have since turned it around. You'll see that low average around a 301.2, but look at that high, 310.85. It puts them in striking range for the title today. And We also have the Simpson College Storm, who I have had an absolute pleasure watching this season. Head coach Colin Payne, as well as Christian Lunsford. And if Simpson had a theme, I would say it is success. I don't know if I've ever seen a team improve so consistently and by such a margin as Simpson has. They've earned their first program win this season, and just the caliber of gymnastics they are doing has improved so much, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And we've got the Army Black Knights, head coached by J.D. Reeve, assistant coaches Carmen Giglio and Jake Bonnet. They have been really putting it out this year. They are coming off of a huge win at the USAG Collegiate Nationals 2 weeks ago. We can see they have a massive high team score there of 314.8. They proved themselves there. They're looking to show that it wasn't a mistake. And we have the Greenville Panthers, head coached by Zach Peters and assistant coach Dane Kramer. They also have a lot to prove here. They are going into this meet ranked number 1. You see that pretty high average team score, 307. Very hard to get that close to a 310 consistently throughout the season. They have been putting it together this year. They're showing that they are ready for this. And lastly, we have the Springfield Pride, head coach Matthew Davis, assistants Cale Donnelly, Alexander Castro-Perez, and Norm Boulreis. They finished 4th at the recent USAG Collegiate Nationals, within striking distance of the championship. They were 3 points off. That's just a few routines here and there. They are ready. They're ready to push for it and show that they can take home the title.
And so part of what makes this meet so exciting is that no one in this conference is undefeated, right? So at a glance, it looks like Greenville would be the favorite since they are the highest ranked team coming into this meet. But as Akash mentioned, Army won at USAG's 2 weeks ago, right? So they were defeated. And Army has also lost to Navy at some point this season. Navy has been defeated by William & Mary. William & Mary has been defeated by Simpson. And it just continues, right? So we're going to have a lot of gymnastics to watch. We're going to keep it 6 screens so we can try and show all of the routines. So bear with us as it gets a little chaotic. But almost a stick on that first vault there. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And a special one to look out for would be Navy on floor, I'd recommend. They are first in the conference on floor. And Mr. Benjamin Thurlow Lamb is second in the nation on floor. So that's something to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, seriously, going to be a fun meet. Nice starter routine for William & Mary on pommel horse. Love to see that, get one going.
Yeah, Ricky's a pretty consistent competitor. It's what he's known for. He's a pretty chill guy, and I think it shines well when he does his gymnastics. Even when he gets a little flustered, he doesn't let it get to him. He had a little hiccup on that flop sequence, and he just kept it moving.
Yeah, and that's the kind of guy you want to go first. You just know what you're going to get every single time, especially on pommel horse.
I loved that double front on parallel bars. Really powerful front uprise, but he loaded his body like a rubber band almost, leaning his full body over his hand. So when he swung backwards and got his heels over his head, he absolutely launched off the bars, rotated so quickly, so tight, and the landing was gorgeous. I'm very picky about P-bar double fronts, admittedly, so I really like that.
Yeah, and be on the lookout for Greenville on parallel bars. I mean, we saw a huge, strong starting routine. They are ranked number 1 in this conference right now on parallel bars, so we're just going to see good routine after good routine, and make sure you're watching out for Jackson Clapper there, too. He's number 5 in the country on parallel bars.
Army is starting real strong on vault down there in our bottom left corner. I mean, that's the second vault I've seen where they just took a 1/10 hop. And Army is good at vault. Greenville is ranked highest, but Army has this collection of double fulls that they are just executing so well, especially Mr. Nicholas Lester. I mean, I see his name in some sort of vault highlight every other week. He's very good.
Yeah, definitely. Vault's a great event to start on. You start the meet with a little nerves, but you just got to run down, go as hard as you can, and hit a big vault. Get those nerves out.
We got the stretch to Kachev going in the bottom right corner there, which he catches, but it was a little close. So he has to bend his arms to swing out of it, but that's still minimizing. The straddle to Kachev was nice. Getting that in-bar element with the B stalder. Looks like he's loading for a dismount here. Can he find it? Just the 110.
Oh, so close. He was going for that stick.
He was. And we have Jared Neumann, junior from William & Mary. Wow, that makes me feel old. Who is mounting up pommel horse. He's got some flare work, so if you enjoy the flare elements, please take a look.
Yeah, nice huge open swing there.
Gorgeous.
Big traveling skills.
But I love the way he opens immediately back into the flares out of his Tong Fei.
That was some steezy
and right up
combo.
on the handstands. No pirouettes for the added difficulty, but he's had some trouble hitting that set, and that was done very well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and a mean stick from Mr. Michael Avery. I loved that. So to talk about Greenville just a little bit, I'm sorry we're jumping around so much, trying to show everyone the attention they deserve, but Greenville has had their eyes on winning conference since their team was created. I mean, it has been their goal. Now that the ECAC is the biggest conference in men's gymnastics, winning the title today is an automatic qualification spot to the championships. And that, even that being said, they want to win it. From when I've talked to head coach Zach Peters, it seems more like they want to win conference more than they've wanted to qualify to NCs at sometimes. And I mean, this year has, I think, really exemplified that. Their desire to win in just, has just shown it in every meet. And so they are coming in on the attack because this is what they've been building to, not for just this season, but for seasons plural.
Yeah, that is true. And I talking about jumping around, I want to point out Benjamin Thurlow Lamb is up on floor right now, ranked number 2 in the country. Absolutely beautiful gymnastics.
Absolutely, behind only Charlie Larson.
You can see even when he has a hop in his landing, it's a small hop, his feet are glued together. It just gives a sense that he has full control of whatever he's doing, even when, the landing isn't fully stuck. Wow, too much power on that double pike, kicked out of it.
We have Alex Campbell on rings. This is a very strong young man. Slight bobble on the giant there. But he's through all the tougher elements in his routine. And the stumble backwards. Unfortunate. I enjoy the way Alex does rings. He consistently has his performance where his strength elements are both high difficulty and well executed. And I'm probably going to refer to it a lot, but there's just a sense of confidence and comfortability that comes with being this late in the season, being in championship season. And it's what makes these championship meets so fun. The athletes just being so in tune with their routines, knowing what's going to happen next, and being able to focus on just those minute details because they know all of the larger skills are going to happen. It's just how well are they going to be able to perform them.
Yeah, makes it super exciting. You get to really see all these gymnasts doing the best that they can. This is some world-class stuff, and they make it look so easy.
Exactly. We have Owen Carney swinging on high bar there for Springfield. Honestly,
no.
I commentators cursed him. That's on me. I love the way he does his Takachevs. I was just trying to play him a compliment. I'm sorry.
On the stalder, too. I wonder if his grips maybe got stuck. Got a nice swing going on there on pommel horse.
Yeah, Sam Smith, the tallest NCAA gymnast at 6'2".
Is that true? 6'2".
He is a very tall guy, and he's a very good horse swinger. There you go, Sam.
Here's Brian Rollison on rings.
This man is in contention to win the title today. He is swinging to show he is the best ringsman in the building.
Look at that Maltese, just flat as a board. Holds it nice and easy. Doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat.
And he really can do it all. I mean, as we just saw him do those strength elements very well. And now he's doing his swing, which he's also executing. And he has a full value difficulty dismount, where he's going to load up for this huge double-double here. And just a small step backwards. That was a great set. I dare say there's only one other man in the building who can get close to touching what Brian just did. And it's going to be Blaise Rousseau of Springfield.
Yeah, it's going to be a showdown. I mean, Brian just threw it down. You know, the only thing that could have been better was a stuck dismount. Now, Blaise is really going to have to really, you know, put up the best routine he's done.
And having competed in the ECAC myself and being fortunate enough to win the rings title a couple of times, I am personally very excited to see that rings title go back to an athlete whose routine is just absolutely loaded with strength. Don't get me wrong, swing routines are pretty, but I live for an athlete who can show us what it's like to turn off gravity for 60 seconds straight.
Speaking of turn off gravity, didn't you do a triple back on rings?
I did on occasion, and seems like the only time I put it to my feet happened to be at conference.
Hey, what better time?
Exactly. Very nice opening pass on 4. A full level front with just the smallest of pops forward. Oh, gorgeous! The Arabian double pike. That's an E-value skill. Very difficult gymnastics done very well.
Man, when that skill is done well, it is one of the prettiest skills in all of gymnastics.
Oh, that was beautiful. And now we've got Jackson Clapper going on parallel bars. We've got Gavin Zabrowski swinging on pommel horse. I mean, it's anchor time, right? Once we get deep in these lineups, this is when all the best athletes on their lineups are going. And I mean, if you can, try and grow a third eye. Try and watch as much as you can. Very
what a
nice.
routine from Jackson.
Double pike, and just a small hop backwards. Yeah, Danilo's another one of those athletes. He just looks so comfortable in his gymnastics. He like everything he does is just polished, and it's those just little details that you notice, and it's what makes his gymnastics look especially good.
That one more routine for Navy on floor that we have.
13.7 is massive from Danilo.
That is huge.
Yeah, Brian Allison ended a 13.65. Yeah, there are going to be some athletes today who don't even start high enough to reasonably touch that. We had Nick Lester score up there for a minute. And Nick Lester, if you saw that 9.5 E score, it's because, I mean, not only is he tight in the air and he minimizes on the landings, but his pre-flight from board to table, Nick Lester is phenomenal. And that's what allows him to score so well. Jackson Clapper, 13.85 on parallel bars. I mean, we are seeing some high scores in this first rotation, and the athletes have grinded for months and months to make them happen.
Yeah, the best kind of competition is where everyone just does the best they can, and you see where the chips fall, you know? Hate to see competitions where it's just who can fall the least, but these routines are amazing so far. First rotation has me just waiting for the next 5.
Exactly. And I mean, I don't want to throw any shade, but I did watch Big Ten championships last night, and there were times where it certainly looked like a battle of who could fall the least. It was not the highest hit percentage Big Tens I've ever seen, and if the ECAC could outperform them, I would start throwing more shade at the Big Ten, because I think the ECAC is way more exciting. 13.45 from Gavin. That's one of his second. I think that might be his second highest score of this season, if I'm remembering right off the top of my head. He put up a 13.9 against Springfield for a career high earlier this season, but he's had himself a year on pommel horse.
Yeah, and Palmer's especially. I mean, even breaking 13s is really hard. Mid-13 is a huge score.
And so we have Luke Tully, an all-arounder, a regular season All-American all-arounder, swinging on pommel horse right now. This young man has talent coming out of his ears. He is a really, really good gymnast. He's one of those where you leave him alone with the skill long enough, he's going to figure it out, and it's not going to take him very long at all, actually. And so he also just has a very, very nice line. So Luke has had a lot of success this season, and I've been happy to see it because, I mean, watching that kid compete is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and William and Mary's got to be feeling really good right now. I mean, they're already done with pommel horse now. They had a good rotation, solid routine after solid routine. Absolutely. They've got a coast now, They just keep that momentum going, and every other team still has to go to pommel horse, the hardest one to stay on.
And the Tribe has struggled with horse this season. They had at least one meet earlier in the season in which they went 0 for 4 on pommel horse, which is not ideal. And so they put a lot of intentional work into not only hitting, but hitting well, and that showed today.
Yeah.
Another Arabian double pike from all-arounder Brian Solomon. I personally am a big fan of this young man. He's a great athlete, a very good all-arounder, and he competed at Winter Cup this season and last season. So he's absolutely nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, and I want to point out, Navy is ranked number 3 on floor in the country, and I mean these first 2 passes, massive passes. The fact that Brian isn't in the lineup, the 4-man lineup for Navy on floor, just shows you how good their whole lineup is. This routine would probably make the top 4 lineup in almost any other team in the country, but it's hard to make that lineup in Navy.
It is. An iron sharpens iron mentality. When your lineup is that good, even your backups are still some of the best athletes in the country. All right, Akash, you want to take us through, the score totals for the first rotation?
Sure, yeah. Wow, looks like a tie for the top spot here. Navy and sorry, my bad. I'm reading the scores wrong. Navy is in first with a 54.35. Army is very close behind with a 54.05. And Greenville just trailing 53.65. The other 3 teams, we have William & Mary at a 50.0, Simpson at a 50.1, and Springfield at a 47.15.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty here a little bit. It is super interesting to see Army so close to Navy because while floor and vault are higher scoring events, vault is the highest scoring event. So you would expect a little more distance from Army after the first rotation having started on vaults. So that just shows how strong Navy did start on floor. And then we can take a look at Simpson on rings, where they are a very good rings team. And we see those scores where they are low 12s and one score below a 12. And that's going to be tough for them because that's one of their stronger events, right? That's where you'd expect them to build a little cushion for their weaker events. And unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize in that first rotation. But hey, there are 5 more. And if they put their minds to it, they can absolutely make it happen. This is gymnastics. Anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Springfield, Owen Carney, we saw him miss that Stalter maybe due to a grip issue. But he is ranked 18th in the country on high bar. So it's tough seeing someone so good on an event, just slip up a bit. But they're ready to bounce back.
Looking at Greenville closer, they really did go kind of crazy on parallel bars. Every score over a 13. Jackson Clapham almost hitting a 14.
Oh yeah, that P-bar lineup is scary.
Do we know if they are doing one touches or are they getting ready to just go?
Good question. It almost looks like they are doing one touches. I see a bunch of gymnasts lined up on the floor, getting ready to go. So
okay.
I would guess we got one touch coming.
Yeah, and so the part of the reason we're not sure is it changes from meet to meet. There are a number of ways in which, meets can be run, in which touches are provided on the equipment. Sometimes you get one touch at halftime, that's kind of longer. Sometimes you get a touch every event. Sometimes you get a touch at the thirds of the meet, so every 2 events. And it really varies between team preference and the meet being hosted. And so, well, I'm sure there are probably actually specific rules for conference, but it can shake things up. And I understand why sometimes they're gotten rid of, just to try and increase the speed of the meet. Nobody wants to sit and watch a meet for 4 hours. But having been an athlete, in my biased opinion, those touches can really make all the difference. I mean, imagine being a high bar specialist. If you're on Navy and you don't get a touch, or you only get 1 touch at the half, you warm up high bar, at probably, 11 a.m. and the meet starts at 1, and then you sit from 1 until almost 3 p.m. before you get to do your 1 routine. And that's a long time to not have a warm-up, so.
Yeah, definitely. There's a bit of a safety concern there. Monty in the chat, I see you prefer the strength moves on rings too, rather than swing. I maybe gonna have to go against the grain here. I do love, don't get me wrong, I love the routines with crazy strength, but when a routine has some really cool swing moves, like a layout Hama swing hand, maybe a Gazogi or a Delchev or something, I don't know, that just elevates a routine in my mind.
Oh my gosh, Akash, don't break my heart here.
I'm sorry.
No, I do understand what you're saying. Some of the swing elements are cool, but given like the limited number of them, and there's a limited number of ways to make them cool. It's just, have you ever seen someone do a butterfly to invert? It's like, come on. That looks like something that would happen on the moon, or like in a pool, like there's string, like it looks like AI, like someone's pulling them up.
Yeah, that is very true.
And also, admittedly, I had very bad shoulders, so the swing hurt, and I could do the strength. So that is some of my bias showing there.
That's fair. I think those swing skills have probably caused many surgeries. Wow, big uprise Maltese to start on rings. That was strong.
Yeah, this is Jonathan Irwin, the strongest man on preliminary men's gymnastics. A man after my own heart, who I trained with for a very long time. And he's going to do the most strength you're going to see today from preliminary on rings, despite going first. So a little bit different than you normally see. And I think it fits because if you haven't noticed already, John does a very unique rings routine. Look at that. Lower cross into immediate back uprise cross. Into that back weaver. Cool. And he's not even going to dismount from handstand. You'll watch here as he folds in. And he's going to pump, dislocate, tuck half. Will he find it?
Oh, he's fighting for it. Hey.
Oh, yeah, he is hyped.
See that green flag. No. Wow.
Yeah,
that was interesting. Not from a handstand. I feel like I never see that.
It's not common. I know Yul doesn't now. He does like pump, dislocate, dismount. But John's one of those athletes who he just needed a little more time to get all of his skills college ready. And I mean, in some cases, fully get the skills. Almost all of the skills in that routine, he actually learned while in college. And so that routine has been a long time coming. And when he expressed that excitement, it is, of course, because he wants to build energy for the team, keep that momentum going after a successful horse rotation. But it's also because we just watched him do the best gymnastics he has ever done all in a row in the same routine and cap it off with a stick. I mean, it's phenomenal. And John is, as an aside, also literally one of the best humans you will ever meet in your entire life. And so it makes me very happy to see him do well. He was all conference last season, and fingers crossed he can do it again this season.
Yeah, that would be huge. I want to point out Jaden Blank on parallel bars with a 9.3 execution score. That's crazy. Breaking a 9.0 is so hard at this point.
Yeah, it might as well be. It's nearing impossible. The standard for gymnastics are getting so high as these athletes get better and better.
Yeah, I mean, just give him a 10.0 at that point. A 9.3 is basically a 10.0.
And a 12.95 for John.
Big routine.
Ooh, got a stock double-double from Evan Reichert up there from Springfield. He is a good floor worker, as I'm sure you could tell from those first 2 passes.
Wow.
Ooh, triple full side pass with just
down the
small...
side.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. You're telling me this isn't incredible? Look at him go.
There it is, the V-sit. This is one of my favorite skills.
I was an absolute meathead. I did a swallow on 4. I just did a Maltese on 4 for my non-acro. And another...
Wow.
Dude, Evan might be coming for a 4 title right here. No, if it weren't for the small shuffle on the triple full side pass, he'd absolutely be working towards a golden sombrero here. Can you find it? One more stick. There we go.
Oh man! Wow.
Keeps it to his feet.
That is going to be a big score. Like I said, Springfield, they're ready to bounce back from that high bar rotation. So get ready.
Unfortunate fall from Jake Smith on vault.
Man, you hate to see that. He goes for big vaults, that 2.5.
And I mean, he's capable of doing it very well. I saw him stick it at a dual meet against William and Mary.
Yeah.
So, Akash, you competed for Stanford, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, what's going through your head when you're early into a conference championship like this?
Ooh. Honestly, it's just get the ball rolling. You know, you first few events, you just want to go out and hit a solid set so that you have that momentum going through the rest of the meet, and the team's just ready to keep hitting. I feel like setting that stage in that first event is so important, and basically every team here did that already, so gonna be a crazy good meet.
Oh, we got a Winkler going down on high bar.
Beautiful Winkler, wow.
That full twisting Jaeger, which has become so much more popular now that it has been upgraded in the code. It's a G. So, I mean, count on your fingers, 7/10. We are not going to see very many G elements today. Oh, and the nice stick on the dismount there. Good job, Kyler.
Wow. That was a big set.
It was.
Kyler is ranked #1 in all-around going into this competition in the conference, so I think he's really coming for that title.
I don't know if anyone caught that. That was a 3.5 side pass mount on the floor.
Wow, I missed that. That is...
Yeah, back 3.5 side pass. This guy can twist like he is Sonic the Hedgehog. He just turns over and over. It's crazy.
There's some beautiful swinging on rings from William & Mary.
Yes, he's not the strongest rings athlete, so he packs his difficulty by executing on those swing elements and making sure he sticks the dismount.
And another solid routine from Springfield. You can see he's almost disappointed that he didn't stick it.
We have a 14-0 from Braxton Jones on vault. He did a very nice 2.5.
Wow, did you see that giant Dion on parallel bars?
I did. Actually, that's my favorite skill on parallel bar. It's so difficult.
I agree.
It is so cool. Double front. Just a small hop forward.
He kicked that out above the bar. That was big.
It was.
And a triple on high bar. Triple back dismount.
Jacob Foster is good. He is very good at that triple back. He's been doing it for a minute, and every time I see it, he's also a taller athlete, so seeing him do it in person, it's a force. He's also a Gym Tech kid. Shout out Gym Tech in Tennessee. We got a couple of those. Luke Tully actually also has trained at Gym Tech.
Oh, wow.
We're seeing a lot more of those solo double fulls forwards on floor than we have in previous codes.
Yeah, with only 8 skills, that D value, you don't even need to connect out of it. Just get that one solid D value skill as a pass. Makes a big difference.
For any other strength fans, Gavin Zabrowski does a whippet cross, a Hanma cross on rings. So try and catch that out as you're bouncing back and forth between floor and rings here.
Wow,
Such a
drops
cool
right
skill.
into it.
It's judged very, very hard, which is part of the reason it's not as common as I would like it to be. The other part being that it's just really hard. But I'm glad he sticks with it because, man, is it a crowd pleaser. And the stick on the dismounts.
There, Springfield's been waiting for that double pike stick on one routine. They finally get it.
Gorgeous front giant. Waiting for dismount here. He's capable of a double-double. We'll see if he does double-double or tuck half-half. Big giant. And tuck half-half. No. Come on, Gavin. He didn't want it bad enough. That's what the issue was. That was another good rotation. I mean, we're absolutely seeing more hits than not here.
Yeah. These teams are really blowing me away. I think this is going to be a crazy close competition.
And so another thing to keep in mind here is, of course, these teams have different strengths, right? And that just means they are going to shift up and down for the most part throughout the entire meet as their strong events, come into play, their weak events come into play, and, just the natural higher or lower scoring nature of the events rolls in. So we really aren't going to have the clearest picture here of who's pulling away with the victory until the end. But hey, that's what makes it fun. I mean, you wouldn't want to know who's going to win from the first rotation, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mentioned that Women Mary started on pommel horse. They got one of the harder events out of the way, but you've got a team like Army, where they're ranked number 5 nationally on pommel horse. They might be excited to go to pommel horse later because they get a boost in score from how good they are there.
And if I were an athlete, I would be scared to see the Black Knights coming on horse.
Absolutely.
They are an absolutely fearsome pommel horse lineup. That makes the end of the second rotation. Some scores again?
Yeah. Looks like it's still an extremely close competition. Navy is still just barely pushing out Army. 106.55 to 106.3. Greenville not too far behind, 103.4. They had a pretty good rotation on high bar. Solid 12s just about everywhere. We saw some of those huge, skills like the full twisting Jaeger, the triple back dismount. After that, we have William and Mary with 100.3. Where did those stats go?
Gotta check in on the chat, make sure answer all questions. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get a little sneak peek at the standings here, because I'm pretty positive Mr. Brian Rollison of Simpson is still in the lead on rings. And I have a vested interest to make sure that that title hands off to a well-deserving young man, which he absolutely is and would be. And so we have that routine from Danilo, actually, where he stuck that gorgeous Arabian double pike and first on the floor still to 13.8. Leading pommel horse, actually, surviving the entire Navy lineup, Gavin Zabrowski of William & Mary with a 13.45. And in the lead on rings is Brian Rollison with a 13.65 from Simpson. Oh, another Simpson title here, Braxton Jones with a 14.0 on vault, and a very clean 2.5. Leading parallel bars, Jackson Clapper of Greenfield with a 13.85, and leading high bar, Jacob Foster with a 12.65.
Yep, triple back dismount.
Something else exciting, which I haven't commented on yet, we are going to have a new all-around champion for the first time since 2022 today. Mr. Isaiah Drake of the Navy Midshipmen has graduated, and he swept. He won the conference all-around title 4 years in a row. All 4 years he competed. And so today is the first time. He is no longer eligible because he's graduated, and we're going to have a new champion here today.
Yeah, and when a team loses such a powerhouse like that, it may be a little hard to fill in those spots, but Navy's looking like they barely even miss him today. They are putting up big routine after big routine.
I mean, between Jonas Schultz and Brian Solomon, I mean, these are two pretty good all-arounders. What more could you ask for? Having Isaiah, too, would just be greedy at that point. Oh, my goodness.
Exactly.
Through the high bar scoring seems to be a Talo. We mentioned that leading score to 12.65, but William & Mary leads the conference on high bar, so I guess they might be a better gauge if they are also not scoring that, like hitting and not scoring that high relative to the other events. That could be you got the tough judges on high bar thing, or it could be nobody's hitting on high bar thing.
Yeah. High bar is another one of those events, very hard, like pommel horse, to even just stay on. You gotta let go of the bar at some point, do a release move. And if you don't find that bar again, you're gonna see the mat very soon.
Been ready for our third rotation here. And so I always think it's fun to watch what the athletes do to warm up. I mean, sometimes it's something, that makes a perfect amount of sense, right? Like, oh, this guy is going to do a double front, so he is going to warm up a big front tuck, or he's going to warm up a double front. And then sometimes you see something that could not make any sort of logical sense to you whatsoever, but it works for them, and I always think that's fun. An example I like to give, to call out one of the best gymnasts in the nation, Asher Hong. I've seen him warm up for his reseg long before by doing, which is, a soup full in on vault. Doing a back 2.5 on vault. So like a soup, typically not be like what you would guess to be the warm up for that skill, but it's what works for him. And so it's fun to peek inside these athletes' heads as they're warming up.
Yeah. Did you have any weird warm-ups, any weird superstitions before you competed?
I was a weird guy generally. I mean, if I did warm up, which, honestly, I played by ear because sometimes I was tired, I like to warm up on rings by doing a straddle cut half for my triple sometimes. Like, I always did a straddle cut half, and sometimes I would do that my first turn, and my next turn would be a triple back, which, makes literally no sense.
Yeah, I cannot understand that at all. What?
Yeah, no, it's like my first turn was like more about stretching my shoulders and getting into the headspace, and the rest of it, I mean, it's like you can build in all of these mini steps to build up to the skills, and if that's what helps you, awesome. But for me, it was like, I know I can do a triple back. The issue is whether or not I'm gonna psych myself up right now. Like, am I gonna get as aggressive and powerful as I need to be? And I don't need a double back to do that. I need to stretch my shoulders and know, nope, well, I'm not coming off the rings and it's time to go. And I would just send it.
There you have it, everyone. A look into the mind of a crazy guy who does a triple back off rings.
All right. We got Springfield on pommel horse here. This is another great pommel horse team who I will try not to commentate or to curse. I'll try not to talk about them too much because I want them to stay on.
Look at the body line, though. Super extended. Just one nice, solid line all the way through. Those toes pointed all the way. Great starting routine. Stuck dismount on high bars. Good start off routine for Army.
Now we got a stick
another
on
stick
rings.
on the rings too.
They're good. They're contagious.
Woof.
Oh, he bounced out of that double pike. A little too much power. For those of you who are tuned into the gymnastics internet meme side of things, that was a che, is what they call that. The way he rebounded out of that. Yeah, the double full from Ricky. And got a great routine working on pommel horse up here. Getting the dismount. Very nice. There we go.
Blew up there.
That was a very nice set. And so you hear a lot of the athletes yelling, get up there, get up at the end of that routine. And there aren't enough words in the English language to describe how difficult it is to get a handstand dismount up on pommel horse. And so every bit of energy that you can get from your teammates there it really is critical. It helps more than you'd think. You feel just about more than exhausted, and you have to dig deeper than you think you really can to try and fly that dismount up, because they will hammer you, 6 ways to Sunday if you struggle on your horse dismount. So a huge portion of a successful pommel horse routine is just actually getting up there.
Yeah, and that was a big routine from Paul Tiedemann for Simpson on parallel bars. I mean, you saw the coaches holding down the rails on the other side of the parallel bars as he was doing his opening sequence. Giant Dion, giant Moy. Big set, finishes it with a stuck dismount too.
Gorgeous. I love that pass. Oh, is this Devin?
Oh, commentators curse.
I know. I was trying not to. He's been tremendous on pommel horse this season. I mean, truly outstanding. Devin is an incredible horse worker. And so, honestly, that fall cannot be credited to him. It was either the equipment or myself. I'll take the responsibility there.
I mean, he started with a McCulloch, that scissor full across the horse. I think that is the best one I've ever seen. So smooth, got big height. Look at this. He's buttery smooth right here.
He's got a good line, good difficulty, and he's very calm under pressure, at least pommel horse-wise, from what I've seen this season. And so it's unfortunate because he was 100% in contention to win that title today.
Oh, yeah. Even with that fall, I think we're going to see his score, pretty high up there comparatively, just because he does a hard routine and he does it near perfection.
Mm-hmm. And we had a Yurchenko double full stick by Luke Tully.
Love to see the sticks and those Yurchenko vaults, just because you don't see that big leg split on the entry compared to a Kaz vault. You'll get a lot higher execution score, so we should see a big score there.
Absolutely. And pardon me for the gasp on the in the middle of you talking. It was the athlete going on P-bars, Tristan Shorey, who I had the chance to talk to actually after that dual meet at William & Mary. He's a very nice kid, and he is a very good parallel bars worker. But that Peters is such a tricky skill, man. I personally am scared of it. I fell through the bars head first on it like 2 times too many before I stopped trying. It's technically very difficult. And obviously, it wouldn't be in a set if he couldn't do it well. It's just an unfortunate mishap. With that swing up onto one rail sideways, like almost counter-turning a little bit, it's more difficult than you'd think.
Definitely. Getting your whole body weight over to 1 bar is not very easy.
Yeah, I saw Tristan's a little upset there. I understand being disappointed, especially when you know you can do that routine so well. But he's had a good season. He's a very good parallel bars worker, and hopefully he doesn't let it get to him too bad.
Oh, amazing stuck dismount on floor there. Ethan Poole pretty happy with that routine.
Okay, Cash. You see the open into that stick? That was steezy.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, we've got Peyton Kramer up on pommel horse, is that right? Yes, we do.
We have the man himself, Peyton Kramer, swinging for a conference title.
Beautiful flop sequence.
Light hitch in the hips there, but I mean, the man is a veteran. He fixes it, and he is right back on track with the hardest pommel horse routine you are going to see today. One of the hardest routines in the nation. Can he finish it off? Up to the handstand. Oh, off on the wrong side.
Let's see.
He's looking like they're debating credit. That should be credit. He hit a handstand, and he began the pirouette, so you'll get a 3/10 deduction for not landing on the same side. But I mean, I mentioned that massive start value. I think he will, like between the start value and his general execution in his circle and his routine, I think he'll be able to eat that 3/10 deduction, and I would be absolutely gobsmacked if he was still not on the conference podium at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a world-class routine.
Gosh, Johnson breaking that 13 barrier. All right, you saw everyone else scoring well and was like, no. I will show you all how to swing high bar today. Don't worry. The judges are not being mean. You're just not doing it right.
Check out that 9.0 execution. I mean, when you see something like that double kick out, high bar height, drop into that landing, it's hard to not give it a 9.0.
And it doesn't surprise me from Cash. He has just overall as an athlete, his execution is phenomenal. He is his toe point is next level. Anytime one of his routines is posted by the university, I see someone comment online about how nice his execution and his toe point is.
Oh yeah, and you can tell he's in full command of his gymnastics. He grabs that bar and pushes it away like no one's business.
Peyton Kramer knocking Gavin out of the way. 13-6 for the lead on pommel horse.
Yeah, and you see he gets that 8.6 in execution, even with that 3/10 deduction for coming off the wrong way on the handstand dismount. That's just how good he is.
Yeah, dude,
That's
imagine
just how good their team was.
you've been pushing a 9-0 execution on pommel horse with the hardest routine of the day had he not just flown up a little too quick on the dismount and lost control of it.
Yeah. I mean, and he also lost 2/10 for getting a C value dismount instead of a D value. That too, he would be
Well, that's
up
a
at
good
a
point.
14-0.
And he trains the E. I see it on his videos online. So
Oh, I have no doubt he could do it. Nice stutz. Big front uprise. Oh, too much power.
I hope his forehead's all right. It looked like there was not a whole lot of time for his legs to absorb that impact before his head hit the ground. Yeah, so double front on parallel bars is what we call a blind landing because you can't really see the floor as you prepare to land on it. And so there are a couple ways the athletes handle that. What I did personally was I knew the timing. I knew 1-2 feet down, and feet down was pretty much always going to put me in the same general spot. Some athletes kick out and then they move their chest over to try and counterbalance and get them a little earlier look at the floor. But no matter what your strategy is, I mean, it's a difficult skill. It's an E for a reason. So sometimes that floor comes at you a lot faster than you'd think.
Yeah. I think my strategy for blind landings was to just never do one. I think the only blind landing I did was a front double pike on floor, and that was it. Everything else, I just landed backwards so I could see the ground. It was just not my thing, being able to do the blind landing, and so I didn't.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, and I mean, there's definitely strategy to it. I got all right at it towards the end there. I could probably like 50-50 stick a P-bar dismount, but I would not want to venture beyond that and whatever was required of me on floor. All right, Akash, can you take us through the event totals halfway through the ECAC championship?
Yeah. It is still quite the battle here. It's even closer now. So Navy's still barely in the lead, 157.35. Army is not letting them go. Just 1.5 tenths behind, 157.2. William and Mary really pulling up there, 154.3 closing in, and Greenville as well. I mean, Greenville in third place right now, 5 tenths behind Navy for first. This competition is not even close to over. And then Springfield and Simpson very close behind too, 152.25, 150.2. This is one of the closest meets of the season.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. They have got me on the edge of my seat. Also looks like everyone's on track to break 300 today, which would make me very happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you see those events underneath the team names. Those are the events they just competed. So we have Navy going to rings, where you can expect to see them pull ahead because they're going to vault now. And Army's going to floor, so Navy should have a slight advantage, but we'll have to see. William and Mary will be going to parallel bars, and William and Mary is a stronger team on the back events. P-bars and high bar are their strongest events. They're the strongest team in the conference on high bar. So if we're expecting them to put some distance now and try and close that gap, now is when we'd start to expect seeing it. Simpson going to high bar. Army, as I mentioned, going to floor. Oh my gosh, Greenville going to palm horse. This is another one of those teams I'd be scared to face on horse. Normally, you'll hold your breath and go, well, I hope they get through it. Greenville, you got to hope they don't put down 4 13s in a row and just absolutely steamroll you. Springfield going to rings. We'll get to see Blaise Rousseau challenge for the rings title.
Oh yeah, that's going to be an exciting one. Get to see those strong men on rings.
And to take you all through the event leaders one more time, very briefly, while these athletes warm up, Danilo is still holding down the fort on 4 in first place with that 13.8. In first place, now Peyton Kramer from Springfield on pommel horse with a 13.6. Rings, Mr. Brian Rollison still in first place with a 13.65. Braxton Jones in first on vault with a 14.0. Jackson Clapper of Greenville in first on parallel bars with a 13.85. And Cash Johnston of Army in first with a 13.1.
What's really making these teams such threats is every lineup, they either have a superstar, maybe 2 on an event, but then the rest of the lineup is no slouch either. It's not like, oh, we're relying on one guy to really make our lineup, get a big score on this event. Every team just has consistency, and all 4 guys putting up big scores. You don't see I hope our 4th guy does okay and kind of keeps our score fine. It's fun to watch. There's just no routine where you're just kind of seeing it as a throwaway routine.
Yeah, I mean, and a fact of that 4-4 count. I mean, the pair between that and the routines to the changes to the routines within the code, the parity is just so much tighter.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like some teams are getting started. James Blank on floor, Jacob Foster on pommel horse.
Another example where you get to see that long line on Jacob really shine as he has a clean pommel horse circle.
Beautiful flop sequence.
Picking up some skew there on the travel elements. He's got pretty distinct separation between his shoulders and his hands, the orientation of them. And the judges they nitpick, and that's the kind of stuff they go for, right? Whether or not your hands and shoulders are facing the right direction while you're traveling across the horse. And so while his body line still looked great, the skew is something they will absolutely try and deduct.
Yeah, I've recently become a judge, and I did get to judge 2 collegiate meets this year on pommel horse. And
oh, very cool.
You're very right. That skew, you can basically take 1/10 on every circle in a travel like that, depending on how bad the skew is, even 3/10. So it's a small detail that you may not notice as a casual viewer, but you have to be perfectly square with the pommel horse.
Strong stick to cap off that floor routine. And we also got a little look at Nicholas Kosarikov of William & Mary, a freshman who's been doing all around this season for them and who's been doing a great job. Will Wilson, you might recognize him from social media, swinging for Springfield on the rings. Slight hitch on that front giant. He does a double-double here. He can find this anywhere. Double-double. Almost a stick. He does that double-double just about better than anyone. He is so comfortable in the air in it, and I've seen him grind, just like the way it's improved. He's put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, the way he's opened up.
Strong legs on Jenna Soltz there. I cannot believe he caught that. If you saw that, he was like over rotating. Like he took a huge hop backwards from
reverse long jump.
from what's gotta be like a butt to heels kind of squat and caught it. I mean that's why we lift, right? That's why we work hard in the gym.
Seriously, that was impressive. Andres Esquivel Garcia, some textbook pommel horse right here. He's swinging like there's no tomorrow. Love it.
Evan Wilkins flowing through this routine. That's the first break the whole set. He really swings from one skill to the other. Loading for the dismount here. Double pike. And just a small hop. Good job, Evan.
Ooh. Missing a Takacha of Brian Rollison on high bar. Those are the painful ones. You land stomach first.
Knocks the wind out of you, too.
Yeah.
Ryan Delph with some great strength on rings there, showing off expertise in the Maltese and the Maltese and the cross positions. Yeah, Greenville on pommel horse is one of those teams where like every dude in their lineup could be like the best horse swinger on a different lineup.
Yeah.
Ooh, big double pike now there on four. Forwards. It's an E-value skill.
A hard one. That's that blind landing, the only single one that I ever did.
Oh, and we see that horse athlete. He did the up and down. And they gave him credit for that. A bit of a lucky break there. Typically, if you are pressing the handstand on pommel horse, if you some judges are so strict. If you pause, they take credit away. But if you show a distinct down and then back up, you lose credit and it's a fall. You have to repeat the dismount.
They've loosened that rule up a little bit. You are allowed, I think, 15 degrees of downward motion.
Okay.
And still get credit.
It's good. And maybe I don't know if that'll do anything about my nightmares I still have of missing a pommel horse dismount. But I'm glad to know that the athletes are getting a little bit more of a break.
Yeah, that was a hard rule. No downward motion at all, where you get no credit is tough.
Did that rule change come in when they changed for the quad, or did that come out in one of the 8,000 patch notes they've done?
No, that was in this quad. That's a change for this quad.
Admittedly, I have not read through the entire new code. I was studying for the bar.
Yeah.
So
it'll take
it's
your
on
time.
my list. A pair of 13-2s for William and Mary on parallel bars.
There it is. I told you, you have that consistency throughout the lineup, and then you get your big hitter.
Luke Coley is cooking here. Peters, Healy, Stutz.
Wow, I didn't even know where to look there. We had Matthew Roth on pommel horse, Luke Tully on P-bars, just big routine after big routine.
Absolutely. I literally went cross-eyed for a second. I tried to look in two directions at the same time. Huge stretch to Kochev going down from Jake Smith on high bar. And for those of you who are looking at the name Matthew Roth and wondering if it sounds familiar, it does. It is the same last name as the skill on pommel horse called the Roth, which was named after his father, Bill Roth. So, the Roth. Oh, and a massive 14-1. That is... Oh!
Sorry, Peyton Kramer. I guess you're not winning the title this time.
14.1 from Matthew. My goodness gracious. 9-1 execution.
That was... I really just caught the last few skills, but it was gorgeous. unreal to watch.
All right, and now it is time. Blaise Rousseau going on steel rings, swinging for the title. Look at this. He's going to show mastery over all of the major strength positions here, starting with that gorgeous straight planche, Maltese, and now the Nakayama.
Wow. It's like an elevator going down from top floor to bottom.
That's great. He's going to show off some swing here. The pike on, lucky.
Man, the swing skills are beautiful. Look at that. Right up to the handstand.
If he keeps going like this, late. And just a small pop on the dismounts. He's capable of doing a lay double-double. I wasn't sure if he was going to do it today.
That was almost laid out. Wow. What a routine.
That was beautiful. He might have done it. That might have been it. Blaise, you might be the conference champion. Paul showing off some shoulder flexibility there on high bar. Slight bobble, but he gets it over the right direction. Go. I think that marks the end of the fourth rotation, right? Or do we have one more?
Like we have one more for...
We have one more. Oh, and Blaise did do it. His score is in at a 13.8.
Wow. Back to back, we saw two guys knock off the top guy on their event. Matthew Roth knocks off Peyton Kramer, and Blaise Rousseau knocks off Brian Rollison. Woof. And those are going to be hard scores to beat on both events.
We're going to find out real quick whether or not Matthew's going to win Pommel Horse. I mean, Mr. Maddox Pavilion is on his way to Pommel Horse after this.
Yeah. Maddox is the highest ranked in the conference, so Matthew Roth is going to have a hard time holding on to it, but man, did he put up a score that's going to be hard to beat. And I wanted to point out, I said we saw two routines previously that knocked off the top spot on their event. We saw a third, too. Paul Tiedemann on high bar is now leading. 13.25. What a rotation.
Man, I told everyone it was going to come down to like the literal last routines of this meet, and I was not trying to oversell. I was just telling the truth. Everything is up in the air here in the ECAC. I mean, we haven't even touched on the whole qualification NCAA championship storyline. I've been so lost in just the meets. I mean, today, William & Mary and Simpson are the two teams who need to qualify to the NCAA championships. And they can do so either by winning today or by defeating teams ranked above them by varying margins. And I'm not going to spit all of the numbers at you, probably because they'd be wrong if I tried to do that myself, honestly. But William & Mary and or Simpson have to beat Springfield here, and they have to beat Air Force across the country, right? So they have absolutely no direct control over that one. Whatever happens, happens. But keep an eye, because William & Mary would have to beat Springfield by around 5-ish points in order to take them and jump their spot to qualification. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and looking at these team scores, we have a little shakeup in the standings now. Greenville pulls ahead of Army by the slightest margin. Greenville with that huge 52.7 on Pommel Horse. That is an unreal team score on Pommel Horse to beat out Army's 51.6 on Floor. They are now leading Army 209.5 to 208.8. Navy is still leading the whole competition, but now only 0.3 ahead of Greenville, 209.8. William & Mary, very close behind, 206.15. Springfield, close at 203.7. And Simpson with a 197.5.
Greenville putting up a floor score on Pommel Horse is ridiculous.
Yeah. They put up the highest score in this rotation, team score in this rotation, and they were on Pommel Horse. That is scary. And you got to note that they are going to finish on Vault. And Vault is a notoriously high-scoring event, so they've got to be feeling pretty good right now. Staying within 0.3 of Navy up to this point. If they can keep that up going into the next or after the next rotation, they just got to go big on some vaults, and they could finish this out with the title.
Anything is possible. The day is still young. We got a lot of gymnastics left.
Absolutely. I mean, Navy's got the back two events, power bars and high bar, and they are no slouches there. They can put up some massive scores too. Again, this is going to go down to the last routine, maybe even the last landing.
We can do the brief event recap. Get the stats pulled up. Leading the way on floor is still Danilo from that first rotation with a 13.8, and first on Pommel Horse now Matthew Roth of Greenville, and first on rings Blaze of Springfield with a 13.8, and first on vault still Braxton with a 14.0. And first on parallel bars, Jackson Clapper holding on to that title with a 13.85. And in first on high bar, Paul Tiedemann of Simpson with a 13.25. There are a couple athletes in this next rotation who are absolutely capable of challenging these top scorers. I mean, just off the top of my head, of course, we have Maddox on Pommel Horse. And then on high bar, Ricky Pism is the reigning conference champion, and Luke Tully is the highest ranked athlete in the conference on high bar and one of the best high bar workers in the nation. And so these athletes are both very much capable of pushing for the title today.
The rotation is just too exciting. There's so much going on.
Well, someone text them. Tell them to start going one at a time so we can make sure we're watching everything.
Right? I feel like I'm missing some unbelievable gymnastics here and there.
We have senior Evan Seacrum mounting on high bar. Pop in for that jam. Show off the shoulder flexibility here as he moves into the Russian Giant from the Elgar Giant and back out. Inlocating, dislocating, relocating those shoulders. Popping that talk up the handstand. A little shy of that Perfect handstand, though. Nice pike to Kachev. Evans also a taller athlete. Just has one of those really nice lines. You can see him squeezing through his whole lower body, trying to keep those knees tight on his releases. Cranking up for the dismount here. Can he find the stick? Yes, he can.
Wow. That's the leadoff routine. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Can't wait for the lineup.
That was very well done. Evan's a really nice guy. Very funny as well. And I do not believe he is on floor lineup. So if William Manny does not qualify to NCAA championships, that could have been his last routine for the tribe. And what a fantastic routine to go out on.
Yeah. It's going to be one to remember.
Looks like Simpson's coming out of the gate swinging on floor. Look at that 13.45.
Yeah, 9.15 execution. Just perfection.
This meet is cruising.
Big Tkachev on high bar. Ooh, one-arm giant.
Oh, that's got to be Caleb Palacio.
Goodness.
The only man here today capable of vaulting out of our screen twice.
Literally. How did he do that? That's got to have been 15 feet of distance.
Distance? I mean, he seemed to poke out of the top of this, like our camera angle for a minute there, too.
Oh, of course.
I mean, I love watching Caleb do gymnastics, man. He's just so powerful. 13.5 on pommel horse from Army. I mean, these are vault scores. These are four scores. Like,
that's
ridiculous.
This is unreal.
Look at the beautiful swing on this pommel horse right now. I mean, it's just horsed the way it's meant to be done.
Yeah, and the judge in me is looking at this and seeing, like, where are the deductions? You know, he has no skew there, what we were talking about before. He is perfectly square with the horse.
My handstand right up to the dismount. I mean, he looks like unfazed. If I hit a set like that, I would celebrate so hard they'd red card me from the meet. I mean, that was great. We got high flyer and reigning conference champion Ricky Pism mounting on high bar.
Ooh, this is gonna be a fun watch.
Look at this Yamalaki here. Boom.
Wow.
Huge straight body and giants out of it. Here we go. Now we're gonna get active. He's gonna bounce that bar.
Big.
Huge Coleman. Very well done. Now he does all his fun one arms. There we go. Look at that Zuli Min. He's very confident and comfortable on that one arm. He can Zuli Min on both arms actually.
Wow.
Popping
What?
that talk up to him. Yeah, no, it's actually crazy. Stalled her right into the one arm. Ricky, can you put it down? Get sticky here. Just a slice up backwards, but a great routine from Ricky Pism.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah, 13.9 from Jake on pommel horse. That's a vault
9.2
score.
execution.
Jake,
All
that's
right,
the
Army.
wrong event. I mean, goodness gracious.
Man, you have that, and now you have your anchor, Maddox. This is gonna be fun.
Showing good patience on that Russian flop. That's a skill. It's really easy to let that get ahead of you. Very well done on the flop sequence. Oh, and the Magyar over both.
5 Magyar. Oh, slight break there in the Roth. Right up to the handstand. Ooh, he only did the D dismount instead of the E, which is going to cost him 2/10 in difficulty. I don't know. I think with the slight break and not doing the E dismount, that may have cost him the title. Oh, we'll see.
I wasn't doing start value math off the top of my head, but I don't know if he starts high enough to have that break in and take the title. I think it might be Matthews.
I think it might be. We will see, but I mean, we're nitpicking. Like this is this is a world-class routine he just did.
It's phenomenal.
That Army lineup on horse was just wild.
No, this was some of the best gymnastics that you're going to see in the world that we're seeing here at the ECAC Conference Championship.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And here is the front runner. As Ricky scores in a 12.75, so he will not be defending his title. That's still a good score, 12.75 from what we've seen today. But this young man is very capable of winning. He is highest ranked in the conference. Starting with that piked Jaeger. Cast over. Oh, man. And this is why. Look at that. Look, squeezing through his toes. Very pretty. That pops right up the handstand. Big skill come up here. Can he get the talk up? It was flat of the handstand. We'll have to see, but the rest of this has been so pretty. Dismount here. Can he find the stick? Yes. Oh no, he cannot. It was a very good routine, but we'll have to see if it takes the title. Braxton is so comfortable in the air. I really like the way he does gymnastics, man. Like that tuck, like that full twisting double tuck. It was just, he looked like he knew where he was the literal entire time.
Yeah. You see that kind of mastery on an event, it's just a joy to watch. It's super cool.
That's one of those skills where you can really show off like how easy it is for you, like we've seen with Yoel Moldauer and Cameron Nelson, and now Braxton Jones.
Yeah. Oh, we get Maddox's score. Yep, it's not going to be enough. 13.95, and it was that dismount. You know, 2/10 more in difficulty on the E dismount. He would have had the 14.15 to beat out Matthew Roth, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, an actual battle of inches here.
Seriously. Did I just see that dismount right on pommel horse? He did a triple Russian immediately into a handstand? That was very interesting.
Yeah, that is so cool.
That was awesome.
Luke Tully ended at 12.95, so he won't be taking the title either.
Wow. Bush is very close to that title.
Nice Maltese here on rings. And again, because the first time was too easy, of course. With the bobble on the giant. So they're going to take for the arm bend and they're going to take for the bobble. This man here, gearing up. Double. And unfortunately, he just overcooks it.
Oh, Braxton Jones. We were just talking about that beautiful routine. Puts out a 9.1 execution and pushes out Danilo, for the lead there.
I think that puts him at 2 conference titles for the day, if they hold up.
Yeah. And right now, Simpson has the lead score on high bar,
3 events.
floor, and vault.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think we're working through some technical glitches right now on some of these cameras.
I would also like to take a moment and point out that I don't think my surprise at Matthew Roth's score was properly contextualized, because Matthew Roth is the actual reigning Palm Wars Conference champion. So this makes his second in a row.
Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. I mean, we
True,
do have one more
true.
rotation still.
No, true,
Anything
true.
can happen. But he is poised to make it on title number 2. So, and if he gets it, very well deserved. Let's take a look at the team scores now. We have some more big shakeups right here. Army pulling ahead after what can only be described as an insane pommel horse rotation. 263. Taking the lead over Navy right now by 2 points. Navy's at a 261. Greenville dropping back a little bit, 257.85. And William & Mary really pulling up and right at the heels of Greenville now, 257.15. Springfield pulls ahead of both William & Mary and Greenville for a 258. Huge vault rotation right there. And Simpson rounding us off with a 249.9. Again, anchored by that big 13.9. And actually, we saw Alexander here with a huge score to start, 13.45. That's quite the floor rotation from them.
And yeah, we just got to keep an eye on the events these guys are going to next. So Greenville is going to end on vault, and Greenville has a just stellar vault lineup. I believe they are the leaders in the conference on this event, right? And so it is entirely realistic we see them pull ahead of even Navy with this 3-point lead that they have. Because Navy's going to high bar, which, as we've seen, has been a little tighter on the judging today, and is one of the lowest scoring events, and it's hard to stay on. And so William & Mary will be ending on 4, which is a higher scoring event, and Springfield ending on parallel bars. So we could see some distance there as well.
Yeah, Ken, like we said, it is really going to come down to the last routine, the last skill, the last landing.
Yeah, ultimately, no one can afford a meltdown today.
Yeah.
Let's go! Let's go, Paul! Let's get it, boys! Come on! Oh, yeah! Yes, sir! Come on now! Yeah, Lou! Yes, sir! Come on! Woo! Hey, when these guys start, everything goes out. So leave everything here. Everybody here, boys, on the floor. Out in the tank. Let's go, Flo! Flow for Flo! Let's go, Flo! Yes, sir!
Christian, when you did your one touches, you went for a dismount. Did you always intentionally try to not stick?
I was never a
fake
save the
it.
stick guy. I was I'm gonna stick this now because I can stick it every time on command. It was like more of a confidence building thing. Like, yeah, no, I
Yeah.
just don't miss these.
Yeah,
It was more my
the
attitude.
same way.
Okay.
It was never like, oh, I'm not gonna try super hard at this skill or this dismount or whatever because I got it in the meet. It was like I do the skill the same every time, regardless of whether it's the warm up or the competition.
Yeah, I mean, like visualization is so important in this sport that I did not want there to be, like, I didn't even want it to be in my subconscious that because I didn't go full, maybe I did it bad. I wanted it to be, nope, I did it just fine 2 minutes ago. I'm going to do it just fine now, and I've been doing it just fine in practice.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big mental game in this sport, and all these teams have to be going through that mental game right now. You know, last event at a conference where every team has a shot at that title. It's those small details. Wow, beautiful double pike front dismount off rings from Jake Prabhakaran on rings. That was awesome.
It is very cool. He does it very well as well. And so as you're trying to bounce back and forth, if you're watching, trying to compare these high bar scores from Navy to Greenville's vault as they're coming in, and then also Springfield's parallel bars to William & Mary's floor. These are like if you're pairing these up, those are the two really that you should bounce back and forth between, because that's what's going to decide NCAA qualification in one situation and the winner for the other possibly.
Nice big high flying dismount to finish off for Navy on high bar. Goes for the stick, but small hop.
Oh, we have Evan Wilkins going on floor. He has been out on floor due to injury, so this is a big return for him. Full double front to start.
Nice big kicks out for that landing. Oh,
Full twist and double layout. Huge skill with a huge hop out. Oh, that was fun. A full twist of stomach with the straddle. I like that. Very nice 2.5 going down on vault.
yeah, Greenville's putting down some good vaults to start. Huge layout to got him on high bar. Big.
Big routine from Evan Wilkins after being out almost all season on that event. Even downgraded. That was still a great routine.
Yeah, that's really hard to do. Not compete all season and then go up at the conference. Takes some mental fortitude.
That's a massive double-double coming from Cash on rings. Really like the way he does that skill. Oh, did Ricky stick that? Ricky Mays on vault. I could not tell, but there's a real chance Ricky got sticky.
And I mean, right before him was Jackson Clapper, who now takes the lead on vault with a 14.1. So this vault rotation is going very well for Greenville.
Yeah. Was that their last vaulter? We're at a 299.35.
They have one more.
Are they going like 330 today then?
Maybe I missed it. Oh, they did that actually. Yes, he was the last vaulter. My bad. They had 4 go.
Even still, that's going to be about a 14, right?
Oh, God, it's got to be.
Ricky Mays actually won vault at conference the last time I competed at conference. And so I would not be surprised if he managed to do it again today. Oh, look at that landing from Blaze. Huge team score from Greenville, 313.2.
That's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, it's going to take everything Navy's got and then some.
Yeah, massive vault rotation for them.
Nico Greenlee finishing up a good floor routine.
Lining up for the dismount on rings. All right, small hop. Gotta be happy with that routine.
Working through that single handle work on pommel horse up in your top right corner. He's cruising. He's going to push this travel work forward. That dismount up to a handstand. And he gets it there. Good job. If Luke Tully on 4, 13-7 from Nico on 4 is huge. And Luke Tully can challenge that. I said it once before. Luke is a bit of a gamer. So the moment he saw that 13-7 pop up, he is always competing to win. He's always competing to do well. But now he's also competing specifically to beat Nico.
It's the best kind of competition.
Absolutely. They've been pushing each other all season. And, I mean, it's being reflected in these scores how successful now.
And Matthew Petros, who had finished on a high bar for Navy, 13.4. We have another lead change on high bar.
There we go. We told you, last routines of the meet, people. And another stick from Luke. He is cooking through this routine. It's gorgeous. Can he stick it again? I think if he sticks this, he's going to be on podium.
Oh,
backwards.
I mean, that was a huge routine. He might still be on the podium.
Totally have yourself a day, why don't you? Goodness gracious. I believe that is 6 for 6 with a stick on vault.
There's a really cool flare up dismount on pommel horse there. I love to see some of that uniqueness like that.
And Luke Tully score and had just 1/10 higher than his teammate, 13.8. But wrapping up a very good floor rotation for William and Mary.
Wow. Big scores. Looks like they break at 3:10. Ooh, Jaden Blank coming in with a 12.35. Puts Army behind Greenville. And Navy with the 13.15. I think that finishes out the team competition here. Greenville is going to end up winning this with a 313.2.
Oh, wow. A new team.
First conference title for Greenville. That is huge.
In just 3 years after their teams like starting.
Brian Solomon finishing out here on high bar for Navy in the all-around position.
Huge triple tuck. Oh, and the stick. Yeah, he's loving that, and I would too, man. You kidding me? That was great. So do we have any other athletes we are waiting to see compete?
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's competition. Please wait like
I don't believe we are. I think that is it. I think we're just waiting for Brian Solomon's score on high bar for that race for the all-around title. And that's really it. What a beat, though. You really never know what's going to happen. You know, 5th rotation in, and Greenville was down back in 4th. I think they were in 4th after that 5th rotation. But look at their vault rotation score, 55.35. And that was more than enough for them to leapfrog into 1st place there to take their first conference title.
I mean, this is a historic day.
Wow. And then Navy also clutches it out in that last high bar rotation. High bar's been notoriously low scoring this whole competition, but they put up some of the best routines of the whole day.
That they did.
To pull up right ahead of Army.
So
the host team with a 312.05 to round out the top 3.
To go through the leaderboard for your individual events now. Taking the floor title, we have Braxton Jones. 2nd place, Luke Tully, ties with Danilo Vicania from Navy. The 13-8 apiece. We got a bunch of ties on floor, actually. The way they decide all conference is top 6. And from there, they break ties based on start value. So if you got the same score, but you have the lower start value, you win the tiebreaker because you executed your routine more cleanly. On pommel horse, taking the title once again, Mr. Matthew Roth from Greenville, making his 2nd consecutive pommel horse conference title. 2nd place, Maddox Pavillon from Army, the 13.95, and taking bronze, also from Army, Jake. On rings, a man after my own heart, all the rings workers here, congratulations to them. In 1st place, Blaise Rousseau of Springfield with a 13.8. In 2nd place, Brian Rollison from Simpson with 13.65. And in bronze, taking 3rd place, Aaron Stein of Navy. Oh, although he is tied with John Irwin, so. All right, Akash, you want to take the back three?
Sure. Taking the top spot on vault, we have Jackson Clapper of Greenville. Second place, Braxton Jones of Simpson. He was carrying that title for a while until that last rotation. And in third place, Nick Lester of Army. Rounding out the top 6, Luke Tully, Ricky Mays, and Michael Dalton. In parallel bars, taking home the gold, Jackson Clapper again wins vault and parallel bars. Big day for him. Jonah Soltz of Navy takes the silver. Kyler Hinson of Greenville it's like they actually tied for the silver. And on high bar, Matthew Petros for Navy. Again, that last rotation, just pulling out some event titles. Takes the lead on high bar. Paul Tiedemann of Simpson pulling in the silver medal. And Boone Washburn of Navy. Again, great rotation for them, taking home the bronze.
Right, do we have an all-around leaderboard? I would love to see who our new conference champions, taking over the mantle from Mr. Isaiah Drake. And for our all-around today, in bronze, Luke Tully of William & Mary with a 77.55. That's a huge score. In second place, Brian Solomon of Navy with a 78.1. And the all-around champion from the winning team, Kyler Hinson of Greenville with a 78.75.
Wow, what a close competition there too.
Yeah, I mean, within almost a point, 1.2. I mean, I mentioned Luke Tully in third place, but Jonah Soltz was in fourth with a 77.15, only 4 tenths behind. We had about 1.5 points between first place and fifth.
Yeah. Wow, and there you have it. I mean, ECAC conference, the most exciting competition of the season. Look at how close every event, the team title and the all-around title was. It was really down to the wire for every single medal here.
That it was. Thank you so much for joining us today and for tuning in to the best meet in college men's gymnastics. Have a good weekend, and to those who celebrate, happy Easter.
In fourth place, from William and Mary, Nico Greenlee with a score of 13.7. Tying for the silver medal from Navy, Danilo Viciana. And from William and Mary, Luke Tully with a score of 13.8. And this year's floor champion and gold medal recipient with a score of 13.9 from Simpson, Braxton Jones.
I can try my best. Right now we're spooled up and connected, but I can see what I can do, okay? Thank you.
Fans, one more time for our 2026 ECAC Floor Exercise Champions.
Is that any better? I just zoomed it in.
And now we move on to
Okay,
recognize our
yeah.
top 6 scorers on Pommel Horse. In 6th place, with a score of 13.45 from William and Mary, Gavin Zabrowski. In 5th place, with a score of 13.5 from Army, Noah Turan. In 4th place, with a score of 13.6 from Springfield, Peyton Kramer. Winner of the bronze medal with a score of 13.9 from Army, Jake Pabakaran. Winner of the silver medal with a score of 13.95 from Army, Maddox Pabakaran. And winner of the gold medal on Pommel Horse with a score of 14.1 from Greenville, Matthew Hall. Fans, your 2026 ECAC Pommel Horse Champions. Up next, we will recognize our top 6 scorers on rings. In a tie for 6th place with a score of 12.7 from Greenville, Ricky Mays, and from Navy, Brian Solomon. In 5th place with a score of 12.8 from Springfield, Brian Tell. In a tie for the bronze medal with scores of 12.95 from Navy, Aaron Stein, and from William and Mary, Jonathan Irwin. Winner of the silver medal with a score of 13.65 from Simpson, Brian Rolliston. In a tie for fourth place with scores of 13.85 from Greenville, Ricky Mays, and from William and Mary, Luke Tully. Winning the bronze medal with a score of 13.9 from Army, Nick Lester. Winning the silver medal with a score of 14.0 from Simpson, Braxton Jones. And winning the gold medal with a score of 14.1 from Greenville, Jackson Clapper. Fans, your 2026 ECAC Vault Champions. And now the top 6 scores from parallel bars. In a three-way tie for 6th with scores of 13.2 from Greenville, Michael Avery. From William and Mary, Evan Wilkins, and Nico Greenley. In 5th place with a score of 13.3 from Army, Nick Lester. In 4th place with a score of 13.4 from Navy, Danilo Viciana. In a tie for the silver medal with scores of 13.45 from Navy, Jonas Stoltz, and from Greenville, Tyler Hinkson. And your gold medal champion with a score of 13.85 from Greenville, Jackson Clapper. Finish your 2026 ECAC Parallel Bars Champions. And now we'll recognize our top 6 scores on high bar. In a 4-way tie for 6th place with scores of 12.75 from William and Mary, Ricky Fizem, from Greenville, Tyler Hinston, from William and Mary, Evan Wilkins, and from Greenville, Jacob Foster. In 5th place with a score of 12.95 from William and Mary, Luke Tully. In 4th place with a score of 13.1 from Army, Cash Johnston. Winner of the bronze medal from Navy with a 2026 ECAC High Bar Champions. And now we move to recognize our top 6 scorers for gymnasts who participated in today's all-around. In 6th place, with a score of 71.15 from Simpson, Noah Torian. In 5th place, with a score of 76.5 from Army, Jamie Blank. In 4th place, with a score of 77.15 from Navy, Jonah Stoltz. In 3rd place, with a score of 77.55 from William and Mary, Luke Tully. Our all-around runner-up with a score of 78.1 from Navy, Brian Solomon. And this year's all-around champion with a score of 78.75 from Greenville, Tyler Henson. Finish your 2026 ECAC All-Around Champion. And fans, without further ado, the ECAC would like to recognize the top 3 teams of the 2026 ECAC Men's Gymnastics Championship. Captains, please come forward with your entire team to receive your trophy. First, our 3rd place team with a score of 312.05 is the Army Black Knights. Our runner-up team with a score of 312.2 are the Navy Midshipmen.
Everything will go. Travel, everything. No, it's going to be one check that Brian's going to base for the building. Came out to a little under $8,000.
And the 2026 ECAC Men's Gymnastics Champions with a team score of 313.2, the Greenville Panthers. And one more time for all of our gymnasts who participated today in the 2026 ECAC Men's Gymnastics Championships here at the United States Military Academy at West Point. And congratulations one more time to the 2026 ECAC Men's Gymnastics Champions, the Greenville Panthers.